Hey, hey, you. Yeah, come here. Are you a millennial mom? Are you an entrepreneur? Good. Are you committed to self-improvement? Great. Are you looking to make the leap from where you currently are to where you want to be? Okay, come follow me. Hi there. Welcome to the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast. I'm your host, Bree. The path to financial freedom can be a long and winding journey, especially if you are a mom who's juggling many responsibilities. Don't even get me started about the lack of adequate funding, or if you're not even sure of where to start. Don't worry. This is why market research and money management are essential if you want to create and cultivate generational wealth. So this morning, I went on a trail walk for about 5 miles. And as I was admiring all of the lovely parts of nature, I started to think about the 6 years I spent as a high school biology and environmental science teacher. Then it hit me. This light bulb went off and I had this aha moment. It dawned on me that ecology is a lot like running a business. And I mean, it really is, if you think about it. If you've ever tried to grow a garden, you know it's not as simple as just putting a seed in dirt and just walking away. I know, right? The same concept applies to business. A business, like a garden, requires constant attention if it's going to be fruitful. So, being the overachiever that I am, I thought I'd share with you a few of my thoughts on cultivating a sustainable financial garden as a businesswoman. Stay tuned. So for today's episode, we are taking an in-depth way at looking at how to create a self-sufficient financial ecosystem. And this is not just some regular ecosystem. This is going to be a self-sufficient, a sustainable financial ecosystem that will help you build generational wealth. Plus, I'll teach you how to identify your business niche to better equip you and help you leverage your empire against your competitors. I know, so exciting. You see, whether you're an established mommypreneur, or maybe you've been thinking about embarking on the entrepreneurial journey, by the end of this episode, you'll be provided with the right tools to increase your money management and your marketing skills that are needed to increase community functioning among all of your consumers. Have you ever noticed many people, they tend to shy away from the topics on health and wealth? Now, despite how greatly our health and wealth impacts us as a society, many people are so afraid to talk about things. Not me. My goal is to help bridge the gap between research and practice and help shed light on the various phenomena we all face as the human race. You see, we live in this biosphere, aka Earth, and it contains various environments and various ecosystems. Now, of course, the biologist in me is going to have to give you the definition of an ecosystem. Are you ready? Okay. So an ecosystem is a community of living, aka biotic, and non-living, aka abiotic things. So this includes the rocks, it includes the animals, the plants, the weather, it includes everything working and living together to achieve one goal. Really 3, if you think about it. Surviving, thriving, and diversifying. It's a fancy way of saying all living things, they all work together to become sustainable. Now, sustainability, it only works through symbiotic relationships and interactions. There are so many different types of symbiotic relationships. Symbiotic relationships can be parasitic. If you think about a flea and a dog, it can also be commensal, barnacles and whales. It could be mutualistic, like flowers being pollinated by bees. It could be predation, like the lion and the gazelle. or it could be a competition, such as two plants competing for resources. Now, these symbiotic relationships, they can either be direct or indirect. Regardless, these relationships are super important and they need to be understood. Now, I know you're probably wondering, okay, Bree, how in the world does this help me become a better mommypreneur? Don't worry, bestie, I've got you. Here's how. In order to grow your business, you have to see your business like a garden. Your sole objective of that garden is to create a sustainable one that can bear the right fruits. To create a sustainable garden, you have to be the right farmer or business owner with the right seeds or the right idea. And you need to be in the right environment. You then need to sow those seeds, cultivate an environment in which the seeds can develop and grow to its potential. From there, guess what? The laws of nature, they will blossom into the right fruits, allowing you to consume, share, and collect more seeds, which, guess what? Creates more fruits. It can be a beautiful form of a positive feedback loop if you do it correctly. Plants give us fruits and seeds. What you decide to do with those fruits and seeds depends solely on you. You must realize that agriculture follows a specific law of nature. There's no shortcut, there's no hack. It's simple and it's a part of a natural process. Remember, bestie, as humans, we are part of nature, not above it. We, yes, both of us, we must adhere to the same principles and rules, just like plants. Regardless of your gender, your race, your ethnicity, your sexual orientation, your ability, your socioeconomic status, or whatever you think may hinder you, I'm here to tell you that you, yes, look at me, you can change the course of your life and create a sustainable financial ecosystem for you and those you love. Isn't that beautiful? I know. Here's another thing. As long as you are living and breathing, you can always change your surroundings. However, at the same time, you can always stay the same and never change your surroundings. The real question is, how bad do you want it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How you feel about yourself paints and dictates your image. And it also shapes the way how you view your life. I mean, if you feel like you don't deserve to be a successful mommypreneur, which I don't know why you would feel like that, guess what? You will continue to fail in your business. Here's the thing. You need to become self-aware, and you need to know how your environment and how your energy and your actions, how they all dictate your results. Now, understanding this will allow you to become more cautious of your daily activities as you continue your journey to become a successful mommypreneur. Now, to create a sustainable garden, you must first understand the fundamentals of agriculture. Agriculture is an art and science, just like business, that requires you to cultivate the soil and grow fruitful crops. Now, to create a sustainable business, you also need to understand the fundamentals of business development. As a business owner, your business engages in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. The purpose or the reason of why you even exist is to organize some type of economic production of the goods and services that you provide for your customers. Now, this is a little bit different from business development. Business development is a set of strategies, and these strategies are used to create long-term, aka sustainable, value for your business from your customers, the markets, and partnerships. Don't forget, in order to be successful, it's all about networking. Now, you're probably wondering, why is business development important? Bestie, I'll tell you why. Business development is super important because you need to increase your business growth and, most importantly, your business's value. Think about Nike or Louis Vuitton or Lamborghini or Gucci. The bottom line is, businesses with sustainable value, they understand what it takes to survive, thrive, and most importantly, diversify. But here's the thing. Before you can actually grow your business, you need to first know your business. This includes identifying your business niche or niche. Now, I've heard so many people on YouTube and different podcasts, and they talk a lot about niche. In biology, a niche, it is the functional role that an organism plays within an ecosystem. So think about your niche being a profession. You are the professional. In other words, you are the niche. Now, in order to find your business niche, in order to identify your business niche, there are 3 key words that you need to make sure that you know and understand and implement. Number 1, know. Number 2, sow. Number 3, grow. Know, sow, grow. What does it mean to know? When you know, you need to know your niche. You need to know what it is that you do. Your niche, your profession, your functional role is the ultimate solution to your target customer's problems. Now, what exactly is a target customer? Don't worry, I've got your back. The target customer is simply the person who you help. Now, in order to really understand who you help, you need to understand why it's important to know who you help. Now, as I said before, I'm an educator, I'm a scientific researcher, and I'm a qualitative storyteller. So I always have to bring a little bit of research into my podcast. So just like a science research experiment, you need to first become observant. You need to start thinking and becoming more conscious on what you know. This requires you to become self-aware. Here's a hint. If you don't know who you help, are you really helping anyone? No. You need to be intentional, okay? Say it with me, bestie. I need to be intentional. Say it again. I need to be intentional. Got it? Great. So now that you know that I need to be intentional, you need to examine yourself. You need to see what you know how to do well, and how what you know how to do well can help others just like you. If you really want to make a difference, and if you really want to target the right customers, here's a little secret. You want to help those who have experienced very similar things just like you. Think about it. Who is really going to listen to someone on how to lose weight if that person who is teaching others has never been overweight? I wouldn't. Would you? You're not the only one who has experienced certain challenges. Use that to your advantage. Leverage yourself. Come on, bestie. Think. Here's my example. My job, my niche, is I'm a market researcher. And so I provide market research as well as money management / business development tips for first generation millennial mom entrepreneurs, aka mommypreneurs. Now, us mommypreneurs, we are so obsessed with building generational wealth, and we do this through effective decision making and effective allocation of money. You see how simple that is? That is what you need to do. If you want to know exactly how to pick your business niche, then you must know, sow, and grow. You must know who you serve. What do you do to help solve their problems? Why do you help them solve their problems? And most importantly, how do you help them solve their problems? Now, whenever you're trying to sow the right seeds, I've got a little secret for you. This part right here is all about you. It's not about your customers. I'll tell you why. Once you know your purpose, You can then begin to sow the right seeds. But there's one big thing that requires these seeds to undergo before they can actually be sowed. You know what it is? Change. Yes, you, even though you're so perfect, you still have to change. You have to walk your talk, and now you have to actually strive to your ultimate goal. You need to lace up your bootstraps. You need to put on your big girl panties, and you need to just keep on moving forward. You don't need to be at the finish line. No one likes someone telling them what to do, yelling from afar. People, they want to be led. They don't want to be told. Newsflash, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, but you are judged by what you do. To sow the right seeds, here are some options. Number 1, set some small, smart, specific goals. Register your company for the LLC. Create a business name. Create a logo. Pick your color palette. Pick your fonts. Create all of your social media accounts. Open up a business bank account. Join the Chamber of Commerce. The point of this is to prepare the seeds, to prepare the environment, and to cultivate the right environment. You also need to learn more about business development. You also need to learn more about personal development. You need to learn new skills. You just need to educate yourself. Here's the thing, girl. You cannot inspire anyone to change if you do not first change yourself. You know why? I'll tell you why. Change requires you to change. Again, change yourself first. Let your actions speak louder than your words. A wise woman is quiet. A foolish woman makes noise. Don't be a foolish woman. Don't be the blind leading the blind on a path to nowhere. It's dangerous. It's irresponsible. And most importantly, it's a disservice to your customers and to the world. You need to get out there and network. Join organizations. Go to therapy. Start working out. Engage in self-care. Invest in yourself, bestie. You are the only proof in the pudding. You, yes, you, can only truly show how your business solves your customers' problems. You know why? Because you, yes, look at me, you are the physical representation of your business's success. You need to start acting like it. Now, just like a garden grows, your business also grows. Now, you need to grow, develop, survive, and reproduce. Now, as you continue to cultivate your garden, and as you continue to grow the right fruits, aka as your business flourishes, your fruits will start to contain the right seeds. And these right seeds are needed for the current environment. The reason why I say current environment is because you must remember that we live in a constantly changing environment. This is why viruses mutate. 2 things: survival, reproduction. Just as you can't clap your hands to create an apple tree, you cannot give from an empty cup. You need to have the right tools needed to grow. I mean, you don't just plant a seed and leave it there and say, hey, you're on your own. No, you nurture it, you water it, you talk to it. Ask any biologist if they've ever talked to their petri dishes. I know I have. Ask any hairstylist if they've ever spoken to their client's hair. If you are trying to help others learn Spanish as a non-Spanish speaking learner with flashcards, you better be actually learning Spanish as a non-Spanish speaker learning with flashcards. Again, look at me, you. Yes, you. You are judged by your actions. This is why I think it's so important to share what I do and who I do it for. I've seen so many people who try to hide or withhold information to their audience or listeners because they're so afraid of being copied. This is not true at all. We are all diverse. We are all unique. No one is you. No one can be you. Most importantly, I believe what God has for you, it's definitely for you, period. An apple tree can only create the right apples if the right farmer knows everything about the apple. Now, the right farmer also sows and creates the right environment for those apple seeds to grow and creates the right apples containing the right seeds. From there, guess what you can do with those apples? You have apples for yourself, and you also have apples for other people to eat. But some people, they can also make apple juice, apple pie, apple candy, and so much more. A good farmer understands their crop. A good shepherd understands their flock. A good businesswoman understands her business. So, of course, because you're my BFF, here's an example of my niche and target audience. Millennial mom entrepreneurs, aka mommypreneurs, age from 30 to 35, college educated, overachievers, type A personality, toddler moms, hint, mommy. We care about helping the environment become more sustainable by using eco-friendly products. Love the color pink, want to be better moms, committed to being healthy and wealthy. We are basically obsessed with self-development, and we want to gain total financial control of the money we make and allocate in our journey to build generational wealth. You see how specific I got? That's how specific you need to get. Remember, in order to grow your business and money, you need to become self-aware, aka master self-development, which allows you to become self-sustainable. Grow. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Enjoy the journey because you never know when your destination will end. When you focus on the destination, you actually miss out on the journey. The journey is where you discover yourself, your dreams, and you bring more of yourself to the world. And of course, you are so amazing, and the world needs to experience you. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. Your feedback helps me improve the show, research relevant topics you want to hear, and reach new listeners. If you found value in this episode, please share it with a friend or colleague who you think would benefit from listening. Subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode. You can find the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at the PhD Mommy Life. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast and giving me two things that can never be regained: your attention and, most importantly, your time. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram at the PhD Mommy Life. Sign up for the newsletter. Connect with me. If you have any certain topics you'd like me to incorporate when it comes to market research, business development, money management, motherhood, please do not hesitate to contact me at info@thephdmommy.com. If you have a brand or a company and you are looking to reach a large number of highly engaged audience of podcast listeners, look no further. We are currently accepting sponsorships for our podcasts. By partnering with the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast, you'll have the opportunity to showcase your products or services to thousands of dedicated listeners who are passionate about being better moms and leaders. Also, don't forget, we are part of the top 1% globally when it comes to podcast ratings. So we have a lot of committed listeners. Yay, mommypreneurs. Whether you're looking to increase brand awareness, drive traffic to your website, or boost sales, sponsoring this podcast is a powerful way to achieve your marketing goals. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with our engaged and loyal mommypreneurs. Get in touch with us today to discuss sponsorship options and learn more about how the PhD Mommy Journeys podcast can help amplify cultivate, and blossom your brand. You can also visit our website at aphdmommy.com and navigate to the sponsorship page. There, you will find all the details you need to get started. I can't wait to collaborate with you and help your brand soar to new heights. Final reminder before I sign out. Hey girl, you are an awesome mom. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Never give up. You never know who's watching. Don't forget, this is your bestie and your host, Bree, on the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay curious, stay humble, and most importantly, stay hungry for success.